अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है, ये नया चैप्टर हमारा है। सातवां चैप्टर है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप से, तो दैट इज़ एंटरप्रेन्योरियल कम्पिटेंसीज। तो आज हम इसको स्टार्ट करेंगे। तो जो हमारा टॉपिक आज का है दैट इज़ मीनिंग ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरियल कॉम्पिटेंसी। हम मीनिंग जानने की कोशिश करेंगे और मेजर एंटरप्रेन्योरियल कॉम्पिटेंसीज पे भी बात करेंगे। तो लेट वी स्टार्ट। मीनिंग ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरियल कॉम्पिटेंस। व्हेन यू सी entrepreneurs, you find that some run their business successfully, called successful entrepreneurs, while others do not. Then a question arises, what makes an entrepreneur successful? Research reports that the entrepreneurial competence helps one perform better or say become successful. What is the meaning of the competence? In simple words, a competence is an underlying characteristic of a person that helps one perform better. Thus, the entrepreneurial competence means one's underlying characteristic that helps the entrepreneur perform his entrepreneurial role in a better or superior manner. It is important to mention that the existence of these underlying characteristics may or may not be known to the person concerned. This implies that the underlying characteristics may be unconscious aspects of the person. In order to understand more and better about competencies, and for that matter entrepreneurial competencies, let us first know and understand its components. There are three components of competencies, that is knowledge, skill and motive. Let them discuss one by one. Knowledge. Knowledge means one's awareness or familiarity with something through the collection and retention of information and facts on it. Let us explain it with the example of swimming. A person having the knowledge of swimming can describe how to swim. But this alone will not enable the listener to swim unless something more than knowledge or description is done. It then means simply possession of knowledge will not help one perform the job in a better manner. That is precisely the reason why one finds in real life situations where people possessing mere knowledge have miserably failed while performing the task. Therefore, besides knowledge, one also needs to have skills to translate knowledge into action. Skill. In simple words, skill is the ability to demonstrate a system and sequence of behavior which results in something observable, something that one can see also. Here also taking the example of knowledge of swimming, in order to be in a position to swim, one needs to have the swimming skill too. While knowledge of swimming could be acquired by reading, listening, talking to experts, etc. Skill of swimming, that is keeping oneself afloat on water, can be acquired by practice, that is swimming on a number of times. Thus, it becomes clear that both knowledge and skill are required to perform a task effectively. Last one, that is motive. Motive is an urge or drive that makes one move to achieve the set goal. David C. McClelland calls his urge achievement motivation. It is one's achieving motive that motivates one to make continuous efforts to achieve the set goal. Again, taking the same example of swimming, it is one's strong urge to become the best and fastest swimmer. Helps him constantly practice swimming and always try to look out for ways and means of improving his swimming in totality so that he actually becomes the best and the fastest swimmer. Thus, it becomes quite clear that in order to perform any task effectively, including establishing and running an enterprise, a person or say an entrepreneur needs to possess a set of attributes, namely knowledge, skill, and motive, which could be together labeled as competencies. Some people nomenclature the competencies as traits also. Now, what are the major entrepreneurial competencies? Let them discuss. There have been a controversy on what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Some people argue that entrepreneurs are born with the right personality attributes, and others insist that anyone can be taught to be an entrepreneur. In view of above controversy, in order to understand clearly what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur, research institutions and behavioral scientists, through their research studies, have tried to resolve the controversy on what makes a successful entrepreneur. Here is a list of major competencies as identified by the Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, that is EDI, Ahmedabad. First one, that is initiative. The entrepreneur initiates a business activity, that is, he takes the first step to start an enterprise. He takes initiative that goes beyond enterprise establishment or the demand of the situation. For example, he does things before being asked or forced by the situation. Second one, that is passion. The entrepreneur should possess passion for his enterprise. He therefore develops more than a casual interest in the enterprise so that he could overcome various hurdles and obstacles coming on the way of starting an enterprise. Availability evidences indicate that without passion or consuming interest, business will not succeed. N.R. Narayana Murthy, the founder of Infosys Technologies Limited, stated that Infosys succeeded not because it was a big idea, but because it was built from the heart. Such a personal or emotional or consuming commitment to do something by giving full try is an example of passion. Third one, that is tenacity despite failure. Because of the hurdles and obstacles that must be overcome, the entrepreneur must be persistent and must not give up easily. Many successful entrepreneurs succeeded only after they had failed several times. It has been said that successful entrepreneurs do not have failures. They have learning experiences. Henry Ford failed twice. Azim Premji, the India's one of the greatest entrepreneurs, says, You can't be afraid of failing. You may have tried 7 or 8 times. Here is a famous life history of a person success story preceded by a sequence of great failures. This was the man who failed in business at the age of 21, was defeated in a legislative race at age 22, failed again in business at 24, had his sweetheart die when he was at age of 26. He has a nervous breakdown at age 27. Lost a lost a congressional race at age 34. Lost a senatorial race at age 45. Failed in an effort to become vice president at age 47. Lost a senatorial race second time at age 49 and was elected president of the United States at age of 52. This man was Abraham Lincoln. What an epitome of tenacity despite setbacks after setbacks in life. Thanks.